So guys, to be successful, you need to do one thing, and that is pay the price. Sorry about the dodgy handwriting. So pay the price. So what do I mean by paying the price? So I mean every day we need to fill out MyFitnessPal. So MyFitnessPal is a nutrition tracker. So this is where you will see how much am I eating versus how much I think I'm eating, because a lot of us think that we're not eating that much, yet we're overweight. So already we have a problem there in the fact that things don't quite correlate. So by putting your nutrition into a tracker, firstly, it'll work out how much you meant to be eating for your weight, height, size, activity, and it'll be how much are you eating. See, MyFitnessPal is something very, very, very simple. It takes about 3 minutes per day to fill out, and the feedback from it will tell you and give you a better realization of what's actually happening with your nutrition than you just ignoring it full stop. So MyFitnessPal, because what we tend to do is we tend to underestimate how much we eat. We underestimate the calories that we eat, and we overestimate the calories that we burn through exercise. And this correlates to you and your mindset thinking that you should be producing some radical result, when in reality you're not creating a calorific difference to start losing body fat. So if you're not registered to MyFitnessPal or actually filling it in, then as a trainer, I can't take you seriously. Because if you're not tracking and you're not assessing, you're guessing. And if you're overweight and you're exercising and you think you should be a certain size, but things aren't working for you, usually what isn't working is you. You're not tracking your nutrition. You need to know how much am I eating versus how much my body is allowed in calorie terms. Okay? So MyFitnessPal, that's number one. Number two, paying the price. So we need to exercise. Exercise every day. So we need 1 hour every day, 5-6 days a week, one rest day. So I think the 1 hour correlates to 2.9% of your whole week. So out of the whole week, you are dedicating. So these people who tell you these bullshit stories that you're obsessed and that you're a freak and you're not normal for going to the gym for 1 hour 6 times a week, I guarantee you probably spend more time on the shitter, brushing your teeth and in the shower than you do in the gym. You combine time. 2.9% isn't much when you look at it in numbers, and it's all about the numbers. Same with MyFitnessPal, it'll tell you the numbers. Exercise, it'll tell you the numbers. So 2.9%. Okay, so that's if you actually get to do a whole hour. So some people get to the gym, they mess around, they're talking for a little bit. So some people will only get 30 to 40 minutes. So that number will drastically go down. So that leaves 97.1% of the time to do what the fuck you want. So paying the price, first two things, you need to track your nutrition. That's a certainty. Okay, so register at www.myfitnesspal.com, fill in the registration, and it'll give you a very good guesstimate of how many calories you need to either lose weight, maintain weight, build muscle, whatever your goal is. Okay, number two, you need to exercise. Okay, exercise, because not only does it help you lose weight and burn calories, get you fitter, stronger, but it makes you feel good. It gets you in a community. You meet other people that are in the same situation as you. You can get training partners. So exercise makes you feel good. That's the number one priority of exercise. Okay. So number three, paying the price. We need to have water. Okay. So water, we need 3 litres per day. Okay, if you're serious, you'll do this. If you're not serious, you won't. Okay, now if I asked you to drink 3 litres of wine or beer on a night out, you wouldn't have an issue, and you can drink that in probably 4 to 5 hours. Okay, so what I'm asking you to do is drink 3 litres from the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep, which is roughly 14-15 hours. So if you can drink 3 litres of wine on a night out, or beer, or drinks close to, then I'm sure you can drink 3 litres of water throughout a day. Okay, make sure it's steady. Okay, so it's little and often. So let's recap. So we're at MyFitnessPal, so we're tracking, so we know how much we're allowed to eat. We're registering it. Okay, with MyFitnessPal, also make sure once you've started using it for a bit, make sure that you fill in your diary before your day. So don't go through your day and fill it in bit by bit, because all of a sudden you might get to tea time and you might have already ate all your calories, and then what do you do if you're already hungry? You don't go starving, so you tend to overeat. But so that's reactive. So we want to be proactive in the fact that the night before we want to fill in on nutrition, because that's called preparing and planning. So we want to fill it out and then see, does this correlate to my calories? Does it fit in? And if it does, crack on with it. But the problem that a lot of us do with our nutrition trackers is we do it meal by meal rather than the night before. So like I said, you can tend to overeat, and if you're only putting it in after the meal, you might have already overeaten and you didn't know it. So put it in beforehand. Exercise, recap, remember, number one priority makes you feel good. 2, burns shitload of calories. And 3, can obviously improve your strength, fitness, that side of things. Okay, number 3 is water. Okay, so water is very underestimated. 3 litres per day. Okay, this isn't water mixed with tea or coffee, it's plain water. Okay, and number 4, let's have a look. Your meals. Okay, so we want 5. Okay, we want 5 meals. We want breakfast, brekkie, we want mid-morning, we want dinner, mid-afternoon, and we want tea. Okay, so that's 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 meals. Okay, so little and often, guys. If you think of your meals as a bonfire, okay, so it's bonfire night. If you had all the wood and you chucked it all on at once, then you'd have a massive flame of energy, and all of a sudden it would die down and crash, burn, stop. Okay, but if you put logs on little and often, if you think of that, if you think of time and you think of food, if you put it on little and often, so you're having a steady flow of energy throughout the day, so your blood sugar levels won't be dropping, you won't make any stupid decisions, and you'll be in control. Because we all know that when we leave our body without calories and without food for long periods of time, it's like when we get in, we're starving, so we tend to overeat for that meal, and we're eating while we're prepping food as well. We all know that, and we've all been guilty in the past of eating whilst we're cooking food, okay, and eating sugary food and craving sugary things because you haven't eaten little and often. And usually, if you analyse your day, if you look at the fact that what you've eaten, you'll probably see that you've probably skipped a meal, or you've been very, very active, more active than usual, and you haven't compensated that with more food. But it's usually because you've skipped a meal or you've gone long periods and your blood sugar levels plummeted down. And this area here, where it has plummeted down, this is let's have a look at this. I'm in the shit, and I need sugar. Okay, and like I said, when you need sugar, the thing you go for is biscuits, crisps, anything high calorie, high sugar, yeah? And that's where the mistakes happen. And when you're eating these things, they're so high calorie and then you add your meal on top of it, that you're overeating. So the last thing I'm going to go through is timings. So you've got breakfast, roughly 6 a.m. Okay, dinner, usually we'll call it about 12:30. So we need something in between them two. So if we say 9 to 9:30. Okay, tea, if we call that 6:30 or 7, 6:30 to 7. And mid-afternoon, if we call that 3 p.m. Okay, so it's little and often 6, so it's every 3 to 3.5 hours you are eating, so you shouldn't feel hungry. So now, you've realised that what I need to do to pay the price, and there is a price to pay to be successful in weight loss and fitness. You can't just rock up. Maybe for your first week or two, you might be able to get away with results, but sooner or later, what I'm talking about, you have to do. And then you've got to ask yourself, am I prepared to do the fucking work? If you're not prepared to do the work, don't start. So all you're doing is setting yourself up to fail. So what you need to do, and what my clients do to be successful, is firstly, they register on MyFitnessPal so that they know what the hell they're eating. All this don't count calories malarkey is... It can work to start off with by just reducing your portion sizes, but you still need to know, how much am I eating? It's like getting paid money and not checking your bank account. So you go on a spending spree, you're not quite sure how much you've spent, all of a sudden you've gone overdrawn and you're in the shit. But that wouldn't have happened if you'd checked your bank account. And that's the same with MyFitnessPal, okay? So get it fucking done. Next, exercise, 1 hour per day, so that's 2.9% of your week, If you're serious, you'll do it. Water, okay? That's number 3. Again, dead easy, requires little effort. Don't tell me water's boring. Okay? Well, you don't get bored of eating crisps and chocolates, do you? You don't get bored of watching the same TV programs. So don't use the bullshit excuse about getting bored with water. Just get it done. Sometimes you have to do things you don't enjoy to get the results that you want. And then 4th, meals, little and often. Okay? So little and often. So breakfast, mid-morning, dinner, mid-afternoon, tea, 6 a.m., 9:30 a.m., 12:30, 3, 6:30. Okay? You can adapt these to your timings, but don't fucking go from the plan. This is what works, and it's what worked, and it's transformed people. Okay? So if you want your body to go from, because it's usually unhappy, if you want to go from this and being in distress and not being happy to a nice, confident person who's got a little bit of muscle and a big ass smile because they're training little and often, you have to do the work, because this didn't happen overnight, and getting fit doesn't happen overnight. It's a consistent effort. Okay? Consistent effort. So it's a consistent effort, not I'll start 1 week, then I'm never to be seen. Then I'll start another week, never to be seen for another few weeks. Then another week. It's consistency kills, guys. And your body is a true reflection of what you actually do. Because people talk a good game, but like I said, your body will tell me everything I need to know about whether you're actually doing the work. So I hope this helps you. And I've tried to keep it as simple as possible. So take on board the advice, and I hope you use it. And if you need any more advice or any more help, hit me up, guys.